Let's begin. Hello to everyone. It's time to begin our exercise. Okay, planning and control management, part 3, how to establish or develop detailed baseline program. Our previous episode was part 3, session 6, and we accomplished the report layout for the activity usage spreadsheet. And our current episode is part 3, session 7. This is also the same as the report layouts, but now we will be working on the activity usage profile. So that means the activity usage spreadsheet here, we will be demonstrating it into a profile. Okay. And the methods to be used here is the by Primavera P6 activity usage profile feature and by Microsoft Excel graphical presentation. We will take up this at the last part of our exercise. I will introduce to you the sample layout for this. Because for now we will have to concentrate only on Primavera P6 on how to execute everything on our exercise, and then later once we finish everything for using the Primavera P6, then we will get back to the other applications that can be used in the planning and control works. Okay. Okay, moving forward, let's proceed. Before that, speaking of distribution curve, we can select a predefined resource or cost distribution curves within the Primavera P6 itself and assign to each of the resource to enable to specify how resource units or cost spread over the duration of an activity. Let me show here where we can add and define resource curves for selection in assigning into existing resource assignment if we wish to. Okay. But in the case of our project, we'll decide not to assign a resource curve so that we will, what will happen? That means resource units and cost will be distributed evenly into the activity unless we assign or specify other curves from the predefined curves. Okay, let me show you first how, let's open our Primavera. I will show you where that resource curves can be found and how to do it. Okay, let's proceed first to, let's go into the layout of let's say we'll go to okay, let's try this one. Here you can see, if you look at the here in the tools, no, that is in the under the here under the enterprise, you can see here the resource curves. Okay, click it. Yes, you can see here. We can add, if we want, we can add the types of curves that we want to introduce into our resources. Just click this add, and then you will be chosen, you will be given an option to choose which is the with existing resource curve to adopt. Okay, and then go on for it. But for now, actually, I am not really using this one. You can see here how, so I just want to show you where you can create your additional curves for the resource. You can modify this also. Let's say, for example, backloaded, modify, then you can see how the curves works. Okay. You can choose this one also, modify. Actually, this is the way should the curve should go. But actually, the Primavera P6 profile for me does not look good. That is why some of the some schedulers resort to doing it in MS Microsoft Excel so that they can enhance the presentation very well compared to Primavera. But actually, curves are only for visual presentation of graphical presentation. But bottom line, you have to what do we need is the figure. Let's say, for example, the variances, the variances of the planned versus the updated schedule. The figure is very important for me since profiling. Yes, when you do it in Excel, you can get some insights or a better visualization of the trending of the distribution of the items or the cost distribution. Anyway, I will introduce to you the one I prepared during the time when I work in. I am not sure if that was when I was in Afghanistan, because I work in United Arab Emirates, in Cyprus, in Afghanistan, in Vietnam, Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, in Mongolia, Qatar, and also here in the Philippines. Okay, so I'll show you how to assign the curves in our in the resources. Okay, let's close this one. Here at the bottom window of the activity window, at the bottom detail of the activity window, you can see here. So here you can right click in here and then customize, and then you can find, let's say, Control F or curve. Okay, here you can see here the curve. You can show here in the resource assignment window, then apply, and then you can click here and then select for the resource curve that you want to apply in your project. But in the case of our project, we will not be using this one because I am not really used to use this one, because some other clients are not aware of this one. What they understand is the normal distribution of the cost or units. Okay, let's close this one. Okay. So so as I said, in the case of our project, we'll decide not to assign resource curve. So you know what will happen if we will not assign the resource curve in our project? That means the resource units and cost will be distributed evenly in the activity unless we assign or specify other curves from the predefined curves. Okay. Okay. So let's go to activity usage profile. What shall we do? Okay, let's use first the Primavera P6 activity usage profile feature. Okay, let's open the last the last layout that we have, the activity user spreadsheet. Okay. So the first thing we need to do here is to let's view our activity usage profile at the bottom window. Okay. Okay, here you go. Okay, this is the bottom window. So this our top window is the Gantt chart, and our bottom is the what do you call this? Activity usage profile. So the next thing we need to do here is to preview. Okay, we cannot see anything here. So what should we do? Let's go here. Here, page setup, and then go to options, and then select the profile. If you choose the activity or the Gantt chart, you can do so. But we are working on now on we are working on the profile. So just select profile and then apply. Okay. So first, let's what we need to do here is to right click here. We will enhance the profile. I mean, we have to modify some data. So we will use first the time scale. We'll check the time scale. I think the time scale is good enough already, right? So never mind it. So we will go to activity usage profile. Okay. Now, if you want to use the units, here we have the choices here whether we use the cost or the units. But when we use the units, you can select here. You will be directed to select what type of resource you will be displaying on your profile. You can use the non-labor, you can use the labor. Okay. Here we cannot use this one because we have no actual yet. Later on, we will be using it. So now, for now, we will be using only the cost. Okay. Okay, we'll select the cost. If you want only the cost of the labor, you can do so. Non-labor, you can do so. Material, you can do even the expenses. Try to remember that our subject here is the activity. So the activity is composed of the resources, types of resources, the labor, non-labor, material, and then the expenses. If you want to show the expenses, you can do so. And if you want all of them, yes, you can. But why not use, if you use all of this, actually, if you will use all of this, I don't think it's very messy to look at the profile using all of this one. But anyway, as a our exercise, we will just be using the cost and the total. You can do everything you want here. You can choose all of this if you want, as long as my purpose here is that you understand how to execute the profiling of the activity usage distribution. Okay. So now, in the case of our project, we don't have any actual yet, so we have to remove it. We don't have any remaining early dates. We have what we have now is only a budgeted quantities, because we are just preparing a baseline schedule. Unless we started the update monitoring and then updates, then we will be using the remaining, we'll be using the actual data, everything. Okay, and also here in the earned value curves, we don't need this now, because we will be using this also during the updates. Okay, don't you worry. We will encounter this one as we go along, as we go further in our exercise. So what we need only is the budget, and then total cost. As I said, you can use everything here. If you understand the units, you understand labors. Okay, labor and labor materials. These three items are the types of resources and that we assign in our resource dictionary. But these are grouped by types of resources, not by individual resources. Okay. So I think this is fine. So we will go to graph. Okay. We will show the minor also. Dotted line, line color, this is fine. Show legend, yes. We don't need this one. Okay, let's apply. Okay, the color is yellow. I don't like it, so we will change it. My favorite color is green. Okay, so let's apply it. Thank you, Lord. Okay, okay, it's already done. So if you don't mind, I will push this up. We will cover the top view of our window. Okay, so we are on the 10th of March, so we have to switch that to the whole view of the window. Yes. So this is the curve now, and this is the periodic amount or figure. Okay. Let's save it first, and then let's see the preview. Okay. The title is Activity Usage Spreadsheet. So we have to change this one. Actually, we will change it by layout. So we will edit it and then go to header. Okay, we will rename this into the number is already correct here, layout name. So we will change only the layout name, okay? Layout, yes, let's change it into, no, we will save us. We will use the save us. Okay, we will save us because this spreadsheet, I think we made a mistake on this. So anyway, we will save us project and then change it into activity usage profile. Okay, and then save. Anyway, we need, okay, let's preview it. So it looks good. Okay. Actually, this is the only way how Primavera present the the curve for the distribution of the cost or units for the project. But in Excel, you can do anything you want, because in Excel there is a lot of choices or a lot of features that you can enhance the presentation. Because here you cannot see really the value of the monthly values, except that if you need to look at here. So you have to assume how much it should be greater than 2 million, right? In here you can see it is 6 million, but you cannot determine really what is the exact amount or the exact figure, unless you will look at the what do you call this, the activity usage spreadsheet. There you can see the exact figure of the monthly distribution. Okay, so done. Okay, so what next? We have to print it in PDF, and then let's name it into activity usage profile, but we will make it to be distinguished in Primavera P6 activity usage profile. Okay, let's save it. Okay, done. Okay, let me show you the Excel format, but we will not be executing it in detail. Only the sample that I prepared during my work in Afghanistan. Okay, so let's save it, and then we will go to what? Okay, here is the example of the Excel spreadsheet or Excel enhanced activity usage profile. When I was working in Afghanistan for the United States Army Corps of Engineers, mostly also in the Ministry of Interior, I think the Air Force, the U.S. Air Force. So here you can enhance the presentation. This is the way I present before. And here you can see the legend. Here is the status date or the data date. Here you can see the schedule variance that is over budget for 147 million because of the delays. The status, the CCD, the contractual completion date is 28 January 12, but the estimated or the expected completion date due to the delay is 28 January 2012. And the total float is 0. That means it is on track. Yes, that is on track, but when you look at the current situation, it is delayed. So here you can put the project overview, the notice to proceed when it was happened, when it happened, the contractual completion date, total cost of the project, latest modification, or I mean the variation order. You can see the number here. You have to track also the changes of the any changes of the project contract scope of work, and also there are some notifications here you have to notify, like for example, site delivery of power electrical equipment. Everything you can put in here in Excel, but there in Primavera, you are limited to what Primavera want. Primavera can able to do. Okay, but we will tackle this one once we finish significantly our exercise using the Primavera, if we have still time. Okay, in Primavera you cannot see this, the value of the BCWS, budgeted cost of work schedule, budgeted cost of work performed, which is BCWP, the forecast. Okay, the projection of the cost, okay, you cannot see in Primavera this one. You cannot reflect it in the Primavera activity usage profile. But in Excel, most everything you want, you can do it in here. Okay. So Primavera P6 activity usage profile. This is the spreadsheet. And our next episode, part 3, session 8. Okay, let me say something. Okay, we might miss something here. Activity, resource assignment, and expenses cost. We have already finished this one, right? The one we did just in the last episode. Okay, I think we have not tackled this one. Okay, it's done. So I think it's good to take a break here. Okay, let's get back. Our next episode is part 3, session 8, how to establish detailed baseline program reports, layouts, resource usage spreadsheet, resource assignment. Okay. So now we will be working on the resource usage spreadsheet. We have already done for the activity usage spreadsheet. Try to remember, always remember that we are working on the two subjects here, the activity and the resource assignment. Okay, the one we did just recently is the usage spreadsheet and profile of the activity. But for now, we will be working on the resource usage spreadsheet, and maybe in the next episode again will be the resource usage profile. Okay. Okay, so end our session. God bless to all and goodbye.